Hey, y'all, this is Uncle P. I was doing some work in the garage, and so I kind of wanted to, just do it right here while I'm in the garage. By the way, nothing special to show you guys in the garage. It's nothing special. It's just, got the cars and motorcycle. But my favorite thing to drive actually is right here. And that's my John Deezy. All right, my John Deere. That's actually my favorite thing to drive. It's like a little it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's get on with the news. What happened last week in the markets, it was a little crazy, but let me kind of go over it like this. Okay, so what happens in the markets when you have a crazy week, then what it has to do, it has to rebalance itself and recalibrate. So you've seen a lot of sideways action and then big explosions before big news events. Then the market absorbs all that, settles out, and then it does its moves. So that's actually basically what happened last week. It wasn't a lot of news events per se, but it was a lot of rebalancing that took place last week. As far as the signals, we did actually, and the thumbnail says 7-2, but we actually did 8-2, 8 wins, 2 losses, 3 break evens. So again, a big choppiness, but the scalping group picked up and took the ball from there, and they did over 15,000, close to 16,000 pips off the indices. So overall, it was a wonderful, great week. This week coming up, there's really not a lot going on because as far as news events that I saw that will really alarm me, I may have missed something, but again, do your own due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice, but I will say, make sure to do your due diligence. The reason why I say that is because on Thursday it's Thanksgiving. So typically, the markets may do a little bit of action leading up to Wednesday, possibly around Wednesday. So I really think the markets end up really, really slow because the banks are typically going to kind of slow down their trading process and everything else, getting ready for the holiday. And I see that coming in through the remainder of the week, towards the end of the week. So, there may be some trading volume, but technically it'd probably be a slow week this week. So, if you want to take one of these, weeks just to monitor the markets or trade them or test the strategy, this would actually be one of those weeks where you can actually do that. But don't expect a whole lot of heavy volume like you normally would see in the markets because this is a holiday week. And I do know that we have people all over the globe who watches my video. So here in the US, it's Thanksgiving, which is actually one of our larger holidays that's here. Next month will be Christmas, which is celebrated all over the globe in most of the parts of the world, I'll say. And so therefore we'll have an even more slowdown. But in between there will be regular trading weeks and so forth. But this week, probably closer towards the midweek, I don't expect a whole lot. Now, I'll leave you with a trading tip just to make sure that you guys are clear why I say in the thumbnail that the trading is really not hard. The markets have a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's kind of like having a dance partner, okay? When you have a dance partner and you know how they move and groove, okay, once you understand their move and groove, or better yet, let me give it to you guys like this. This would be better. Today is Sunday, so you got a lot of football games going on. The problem with the defense is they don't know what the plays are going to be by the offense. Does that make sense? So they're trying to come up with a strategy to try to defeat the offense from getting a touchdown, right? Okay, problem is they don't have all the information. Welcome to the world of trading for the retail trader. That's the same thing. You're the defense trying to get money from the offense, but you don't know what plays they're going to do. But what if you had the ability to look right at their playbook and understand what moves they're going to make before they make them? Wouldn't that be helpful? Okay, so those who have been attending my live class in the Super Easy Family Forex group, you know goodness well I've been telling you what the plays are. And a lot of people are looking at the chart saying, okay, here's what is going on with the charts. Here's price action. But I keep telling you guys it's not all about price action. A lot of times it's the day that the price action is taking place. There are certain rhythm and rhyme days and times where the market will go in a flow with the trend. And then there's times when the market was set up for reversals. And it's not just midweek reversals, which a lot of people heard, but what time of day does that typically happen? So again, these are things you have to kind of learn along the way. I won't give you all the tips and tricks. If you want to, you can join us and I'll teach more because I teach this in class all the time and go in more detail. So you can come on and join us over in the Super Easy Forex family, or you can join our signal service. Either one floats your boat, whatever is more convenient for you. But again, you have to know the ebbs and flows of the market because a lot of times you can have the best strategy in the world and implement it at the wrong time, which, being honest with you, a lot of you guys people who did the Elliott wave theory and the market makers method, and I can go down the line with all these different strategies. They all can have a possibility of working, but the problem is now nobody's discussing what time the market is doing its ebb and flow. What time does it flow in reversals? What time does it flow in the sideways pattern? What time does it flow in continuations? What days do it typically go in a continuation? What days do it typically go in reversals? What sessions? All these different things are the nucleus that helps you to really, once you understand how the dance partner, your market, which is helping you make your financial moves, when you understand how it dances and moves, you know, okay, on this day and at this time, I should not be taking this type of trade. I need to flip over and do this. Okay, when it's doing this on this day and this time in this session, I need to be doing this. Do you get what I'm saying? Once you understand the dance partner, you'll have a much better time. Let me give you a final example. Some of you guys, you're having that problem in your relationships at home. You're in love with this person, but you guys don't get along. Get what I'm saying? And when I talk to couples about their troubles in their relationship, they typically say, well, we're having communication issues. No, you don't have communication issues. It's just that you don't understand your partner because you're too busy trying to enforce them to understand you. And the person who you're with is saying they don't understand what I'm trying to say. The problem is if you stop trying to enforce what you want them to know about you, and you actually just become a student of your partner, you begin to understand their rhythm and moves. And then you'd be like, oh my goodness, now I understand them. And then the partner does the same thing to you and says, you know what, I'm not going to fight you. I'm just going to treat you like a classroom, and I'm going to learn and study about you. What makes you tick? What makes you this? What makes you that? Remember when you were first dating? That's exactly what you did. You started asking probing questions so that you can get familiar and get a little more knowledge on this person who was sitting across the dinner table with you. As time goes on, we get lazy and we no longer want to invest into learning the person. We want the person to know only my thoughts, what I like, what I dislike. So the people who come to the markets do the same thing. They don't spend enough time still learning what is it about you that you like. Did you know that the markets can change up their waves? Did you know that? The market sometimes can go in a rhythm and flow, but then because of economic news, circumstances, the Russian war and things like that, it flips up. And then it starts doing something different. And then you're still stuck over here doing this one thing that been doing. Oh, I know it always does this. Yeah, but it's no longer doing that because circumstances have changed, but you have not invested into learning how it moves. You're just so stuck on how you want to do things. So you're coming to the market kind of like demanding the market to do what you want it to do. And the market says, no, I'm over here. I want to do this because this is what's going on and it's troubling me. And therefore, I need to move and groove over here with what the world is doing while you're trying to force me to stay in this little box. So I'm really suggest that you guys get the educational part of learning how the behavioral patterns of the markets move. It's not that you have a bad strategy. It just means that you may be implementing at a time when the market does not in that kind of mood. I hope this video helped you. I will see you guys on the other side. Have a great week. Thank you very much. Bye.